You're in a cult, dude. What am I talking about? Of course, Charles Hoskinson, Cardano founder, questioned the integrity of Spoonie and said to the PulseChain community members, KDP, you're in a cult, which we found hilarious. Shout out to Money Gang for making this. This is exactly what it looks like, friends. Bitcoin maxis, Hex maxis, Charles Hoskinson. You're all in a cult. All of you. Yes, friends, it's the truth. Memes, cults, religions. Bitcoin was the first meme, grew into a cult. It was the first cult of crypto. Now it's a religion. Hex is a cult. Cardano is a cult. They're trying to hit escape velocity so they can become a religion. They're trying to hit that critical mass. But it's just hilarious to see all of these appear, friends. That's what we're doing. We're digital nations. So we don't call a country of citizens, we don't call them cult members because they're bound geographically. But in crypto, there's no geographical boundaries. We can't see it. So because it's spiritual or it's belief or it's like spiritual faith alignment, whatever it is, like these label that you give yourself, it's easy to basically be confused and to blur these lines. It goes, hey, are you for this or are you against this? Like, hey, why are you still for this? Well, there's prices are going up and down. The thing's going down. Are you a cult? You're still in that thing? So it's beautiful to see it all playing out. Now, baby dolls, before I continue more about cults and all this other stuff work, I want to show you something, man. This is the 4-year cycle. You can see it in others BTC. And it is simply altcoins versus Bitcoin, pretty much. It's a ratio of altcoins to Bitcoin, and that's the belly of the curve outside top 10. 3 bear, 1 bull, 3 years bear, 1 year bull, 3 years bear, 1 year bull, okay? So it's interesting, though. You see this clear pattern. The 4-year global debt liquidity cycle, the rollover cycle. Remember, it's not the Bitcoin halvening. It's that the government's bond duration is 3, 4, and 5 years. The average is 4 years. It just magically lines up with the 4-year halvening. Pure coincidence. We are lucky. This is an edge. This is just how it works, okay? And so people conflate the two, but it doesn't really matter, okay? So, but isn't it wild that we've had 3 of those 4-year cycles, 2012, 2016, 2020, 3 of them. We're now on the 4th one. It is actually appearing exactly like the other 3 to the T today, okay? Despite all this evidence, it's repeating, market consensus is that it's not going to fulfill itself. Wild, man. Many people believe, friends, that we actually should be jeeting now. Many people are planning to jeet right now, as you've seen, or they intend to jeet like within the next 30, 60 days. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. We've been catching Pokeball friends out here every single day. I'm just like, I'm in shock whether we're on this journey. What I'm going to do is just celebrate this with a bit of friendship, of course. All the non-believers are going to get mogged. You'll see. Now, I know it's tough, friends. It's tough. We want altcoins to go up in a straight line. We do. Unfortunately, you don't sign up for that in altcoins. You get these bleeding out for 3 years, and then you get the hyperbolic rocket moon pump. I want to remind you of this information, though. Facts. Investors who adjust their positions daily, so if you touch your portfolio daily, they are losing 70% more often than people who hold their positions for a month or longer. These are real facts. And that is from rebalancing, okay? So even if half the investors are losing money, another half is making them. There are many solutions to this. So I want you to know this. This is liquidity providing, rebalancing and stuff, okay? So that's crazy, man. People who are constantly adjusting these stuff, 70% more losses. That is shocking. And it's a common theme out here. The best thing to do is do nothing. That's honestly the best thing in not just crypto, stocks, everything. It's literally you're in, you just wait. You let the growth rate in the cycle take itself on. That's what we're playing for, the 4-year cycle. Hopefully this is the big year. This was my earlier reference, man. This is Charles Hoskinson's tweet. You're in a cult, dude. But I made a video replying to Chuck. I was like, this is the most ironic thing ever. I can't believe it. This is literally Pablo Escobar calling you a drug dealer. It is what? So, friends, if you go check it out, you type in Cardano cult, you have it all over Google. Everyone. You know, Raoul Pal called XRP and Cardano a cult. Everyone, they're all watching my videos as well. Yeah, they are cults, dude. But because they're a bit boomerish, even though Charles is only 37, friends. Charles is 37. You know, look, I know he looks 77. But cults, in those words, back in the boomer days, it had a very negative connotation because it reminds them of like satanic worshipping with the Pentagon star, summoning evil demon stuff. But we just use a cult as in culture, like your meme. Remember, friends, the memes, cults, religions, from my wonderful write-up here. Memes, cults, religions. You remember this, okay? You start as a meme, you grow into a cult, then you become a religion. You go up here, okay? So you get to see this path out here. The cult part in here, it's fun as a joke, but it's culture. The meme has stamped itself that much, bang, you have culture now, and people who just believe in it. So the irony, friends, of all of these, I mean, it is wonderful to see. Here you have Chuck coming out. You are a cult. What are you talking about, bro? Like, but yeah, like that's, I understand, like the thing has evolved over time. It's not really, we just say that word because what else are you going to call it? Oh, meme, stronger meme. And then what? Super strong meme. Oh, Bitcoin's a super strong meme. It used to be a strong meme and then it was just started, let's call it a cult, bro. It's a cult. Get over the word. Boomers, you got to have to get over these old terminologies, all this stuff. And you're, and fine, they use it as a negative connotation when, my prophecy, friends, by the end of this cycle, the word cult will be a positive attribute. Okay? It will be a positive attribute. There's a lot of people in disbelief about it as well. But one thing you see, I've already told you, watch my videos. Yeah, I know you already do. You tweak your nipples, you do your push-ups, keep your back straight. I've told you, Bitcoin started off as a meme, became a cult. When was the best time to buy Bitcoin? When it was a meme. Okay, when was the second best time? When it was a cult. The cult of Satoshi. They were mocking Bitcoiners, saying, you are just a loser who's waiting for Satoshi, your savior, to come rescue you. He's gone forever. That's what they were writing in the articles. Everyone was saying that. How wrong they were. You want to go back and check what the Bitcoin price was back then? Here we are right now. So 2011, Bitcoin was, there you go, it was 30 cents. Do you want to buy Bitcoin at 30 cents? Okay, what about the next best time? What about buying it at 20 bucks? Okay, what if like you had to pay up 150 bucks? How about that? Would you like to buy Bitcoin at 150 bucks? You're buying it at cult level. Okay, it's not meme level. When it was a meme, it was like 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. Okay, 150 bucks, but are you still too late? No, it did another 100x from that point. No more, 1000x. What I'm talking about. It did another 1000x from that point. I also found this funny as well, friends. I'm doing this for our community and stuff to show you out here. Friends, Donald Trump, did you know Donald Trump, friends? He got banned off Pinterest. That's how pathetic this got. Pinterest, TikTok, platforms banning or restricting President Donald Trump. Okay, so that's why I wrote here, Charles Hoskinson watched Donald Trump get banned off Pinterest. Julian Assange get given clown Interpol red alert for basically abusing women. The fake claim, right? Remember the Eurocuck man boob lactating soy milk, honk honk. The clown nose red Interpol notice that nobody takes seriously. Yeah, they said, Julian Assange, you're a wanted criminal. You've been sexually abusing, raping women. Well, what are you talking about, bro? And like, of course, PulseChain can see through this FUD. You should be able to. Also, if you're curious on the topic of PulseChain as well, friends, are you curious what it would look like if Richard Hart enabled comments for the past 2 years? It would look like this. This is Vitalik. Congestion pricing in New York seems to be working well so far. So he's talking about market mechanisms and congestions because that's how Ethereum and the block space and things work to make things work smooth. It's like the nitty gritties, okay? First reply, almost ratios him. Who effing cares? Have you seen the ETH price action? Can you believe that, bro? Almost ratios Vitalik. Bro, wow. Look at this. Almost ratios him with 1/30th of the views. He's got 3% of the views, more likes. Think about how tilted that is. So that's what it would look like for Richard Hart if he was to enable comments. It would just people be like, what about the price? What about the price? What about the price? That's all everyone would say. So what you got to do to make it, friends, you have to study the 4-year cycle, okay? The G sells too early. The flip-flop can't make their mind up. The VC unlock where you're just buying Starknet or other stuff that you couldn't get participation in, you're getting dumped on. And the sideliner doesn't participate at all. Okay, you can't be any of these. Okay, the only way to make it is the conviction play. You get in, it does a swiggles around, You keep adding if you believe, otherwise you just let it go and you pray for a better tomorrow. Also, I have live footage here of Greta Soyberg declaring Richard Hart Interpol FUD to be a good reason to jeet your PulseChain bags down here. So, of course, friends, when we're looking through all these FUD stuff, it is good to make light of the situation because that's exactly how we all feel, okay? Here's another one of these soy boy Finland government supporters in line. So, as you can see, friends, there's something wrong with their head. There's just something don't smell right. Something's unusual. You can't take these seriously, okay? They make people cheat. It's the price action that confuses you. Because if they say something and someone sells, you think, it's serious. Okay, but what if nobody wants to click sell? It could still be a serious thing. But also, what about the other side? What if there's good fundamentals, but people haven't FOMO bought in yet? What about that side? That's pretty much the 4-year cycle part. That's what the 4-year cycle is pretty much saying when it comes to all these price growth expectations ahead of us. Friendly reminder as well, every time I put a curse on someone, their blood turns to soy milk. So ultimately, if you're going to make it in this game, friends, it never feels good when you have people writing essays. This thing's trash, it's bad, it's never going up. What's the alternative, bro? What's the alternative? What's the alternative? They can never give you one. And by the way, I know what, you know what's funny? This is the funny part. You know, every single person who's given me alternatives in the past 8 months has been sell everything, buy Solana. That's what you've all said, every single one of you. And I then said, okay, bro, which coins on Solana? And then the selection of coins I give have been garbage every single time. I know, I've just checked. I'm like, okay, you're in the right chain. You got the wrong coins. Okay, you're back to square one. Now you have to, friends, go, if you're in my Telegram, I love and appreciate everyone there. Friends, if we're in here, how many times do we see someone, they just got rugged on Solana and they try to get everybody to do a community takeover? They come into my Telegram and they're like, hey, you know, community takeover, we're taking over. Because basically what happens is they got convicted on something, they put in like $1,000 and then it rugs to zero. And then they're like, oh man, it's still good. Like we still got the community and the energy, right? It happens over and over and over again, bro. I'm telling you now, this is a believer's cycle, man. This is a believer's cycle. We are here to mog the non-believers, catching our Pokeball friends every single day. Community takeovers, friends, it's okay. The problem is, man, Solana is full of them and people just give up, okay? You can't be aligning yourself with that all the time. On PulseChain, gate-kept community, but 72 streamers, 190 content creators, 170, it just keeps rising, okay, over time. People believe. You want people who believe. Memes, culture, religions. Look at all the strong fundamentals as well. Shadow banned, not on any CEX. Real DeFi, survived attacks by the corrupt SEC. Contrarian, 180 content creators, 99% couldn't wipe us out. So these are strengths, man. They are strengths, but people see it as weaknesses because the price ain't up yet. I know, man. I know, but friends, they are actually strong. Yes, Mike Tyson hit you in the face 15 times. Okay, you can focus on the fact that he hit you in the face 15 times in his prime, but what about the part where you stand up and say, you got another 15 punches left in you, and you tire him out? Why don't we ever talk about that part? We should be talking about that part. It's bull market time. Don't forget, we all made it here by slaying the non-believers with a mighty green candle. That's exactly how we all got here, by the way. You and I, friends, that's why I posted this picture. You and I are the product of a big fat green candle that appeared somewhere. Bitcoin went to $20,000 in 2017, and friends and family in real life kept talking about it, okay? And then it made me like, was open to, I've heard about that thing before, and took multiple times for me. By the end of 2018, started getting the industry, okay? You get to see, the candle had to go up. If Bitcoin never went up that much, we never would be here. That's what we're all here. Now that I'm here, I take it on. Okay, so, but someone bought it. See, Bitcoin went up without me. Bitcoin went up without me. Someone told me about Bitcoin back in 2016 or something. I still remember. It was, guy I used to work with. And he was telling me, honestly, if I see him in real life, I'm gonna choke him. I'm gonna freaking choke him. I'm gonna choke him. I'm gonna squeeze his head like a popsicle. You know how close I was to getting into Bitcoin and going all in? He convinced me out of it. It was 2016. He goes, no. Blockchain, not Bitcoin. I want to kill him. Just reminded myself of that. So yeah, that's actually what happened. I was saying, bro, tell me do I get into this thing or not? I never heard of it, didn't know where to Google it. It wasn't even on Google or anything. It's very hard to find. I'm like, do I get into it or not? I've got, for how much I would have put it on like 10 or 20 grand. Don't know what I was going to put in. Remember, Bitcoin back then was like $500, 2016. Yeah, about $400 or $500. I'm like, bro, just tell me, do I go all in on this or not? And I never bought investments or anything before, friends. So I was day trading. I still remember he did say, blockchain, not Bitcoin. So he was reading these stupid bank articles. He says, I believe in blockchain, not Bitcoin. He was so close. He freaking fudded himself, or he fudded me out, okay? So, oh man, if I see him, I'm not joking, friends, I'm gonna literally bitch slap him so hard if I ever see him in real life. Like, blockchain, not Bitcoin. Just this head, is that voice. Yeah, by the way, he is Asian. So, just that, oh man. We're so close, friends, we're so close. And then I forgot about it until $20,000. Think about that. You see? $20,000. So $500, blockchain, not Bitcoin, goes up 40x. Now it's 20 grand. Everyone's yelling at me. Everyone's yelling in public and society about it. You know what I mean? And then we're going to get in the next bear market. Well, you and I are on a wave now. People have faded Bitcoin. Friends, I guarantee you, there's people, they heard about Bitcoin at the spot ETF at 48K and they were thinking of putting their money in and they're like, nah. And they're not going to touch it. They're not going to touch it. Maybe it goes to 250K at the end of this year and it's all over the world and Tim Apple is buying it and they're like, they're gonna, friends, everyone out there, they're going to have another one Asian friend who said, blockchain, not Bitcoin. And they just want to smack them out. But then you learn in this game, see, I would have been the person to go all in on it. I don't know why. I just had a feeling like, hey, you've done research. This looks like a new thing. I'm just getting in because you don't understand it. Like, it's new. Everyone's making money. I'm in. So I was ready to FOMO. But that's the new energy. These new people coming in like that. They don't have, even friends, even like Johnny Chaos always speaks about this with Hex price. When people will buy Hex at like $1 in the future. But, hopefully. And then they're not going to have the memories of when it was like at 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 5 cent. They're not going to have the memories of that. Just like how Bitcoin buyers are $100,000 price today. They don't have the memory of when Bitcoin crashed from $300 to $180 in the 2014 bear market on Mt. Gox, and then it goes up to 600 and back to 300. They don't have those memories. Okay, I use the same reference integer. Actually, it's even bigger for Bitcoin. The deviation's bigger. So I want to show you one last thing as well, something interesting. When Michael Saylor told everyone to mortgage their home and buy Bitcoin at the top of 2021 bull market, 64K Bitcoin, Hex was here. Michael Saylor tells everyone to mortgage their home and buy Bitcoin, and then Hex does 3,000% rally, 31x. I'm wondering if when Richard thinks the top is in, hopefully something like that can happen again. Now, that's 30x from where we are. So if Ethereum is up like a 2x from here, by that point, maybe PulseChain is up like a 4. Yeah, that's including Hex, PulseX, EXP, and then you do like a 30 on that. It gives you 4 times 30 is about 120x. I'm praying, man, praying. I don't know. Look, if this thing only does like 10 or 20x, I know these numbers, friends. We can make a case for negative 99% or 1,000x. I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. I can make a case for we're going to 0 and we're actually staying at 0. I can make a case for PulseChain or any other coin, Chainlink, everything else out here, especially PulseChain. I can also make a case for 1,000x. I can make a case. Okay, so like every spirit fractal of these is occurring. Like Bitcoin and Cardano, very spiritually, like PulseChain is the early cult like them. Well, Bitcoin is 2 trillion market cap. Cardano is 33 billion. Of course, why can't PulseChain be 100 billion like the peak of 2021 Cardano? Why can't it be? Of course it can be. Okay, that's 150x for PulseChain. So like I can make a target for anything, man. You can make a target and a path. But the question is, what do you think is going to happen? Well, I don't know. I never plan to know. All I know is we're prepared for whatever happens, which is you're waiting this whole year. So what does prepared mean? It means, okay, there's FUD right now. It's 2025. I'm not getting out. It's still January, okay? Bitcoin's only 100K. Others BTC is low. I'm not getting out. Okay, and then that's what I'm talking about. Or let's say The SEC case gets partially dismissed and Hex spikes 2x. I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out on PulseChain core coins because the cycle's not done yet. That's what I mean by preparation and stuff out here, okay? Hex went from 1.6 cents to 55 cents. 31x rally when that happened. That's something to think about. Hopefully we got more friendship coming in this year. Like and subscribe. Press the belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.